Once I get a yes or a no, then we'll continue on. Good now? Okay. Do I sound like I'm on old time radio? Nice. Alright, so once again, good to see everybody. They missed my hilarious intro, so we'll just completely forget about it now. That's too bad, it's gone, it'll never get back.
That was good.
Felix, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. There's Swamps. You still sound like a fucking... What? Oh, okay.
Fuck boy.
Yeah. It's fucking egg. Anyways, yes.
That's not egg. That's Swampy.
No, but that's what egg says.
Oh.
That's...
I'm like, oh god, you mean Egg killed Swampy and took his account?
Probably. Or he absorbed his power.
Yeah.
There can only be one!
This isn't even his final form.
This is like Highlander. The Twitch version of Highlander. People stealing each other's accounts. So hi. Yeah. So we are going to be continuing our long-standing campaign, almost a year now. I don't even know how long it's been going.
Oh.
It has to be damn close.
Really?
It has to be. Well, I mean, part of the problem is we don't run every week, and sometimes we go like a month before we run too. So,
That's true.
but the cool thing is, all of us got a level, so all of us are level 7 now. A couple of us got new stuff. Well, I mean, everyone got something new. Some people got more than others. Because Rangers got buffed in 5e,
Yeah.
which was just insane.
With a lot of buffs, yeah.
So, we won't really go over what we got. I don't know that it matters. But, hit points, that's the important thing.
Yeah.
So, let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. I will go first because I obviously am the most important one here. I am Void Forever. I am the streamer. Most of you know who I am. My character name is Robert Bach Stabor. Given the name, obviously I'm a warrior. No. Given the name, obviously I am the party's rogue. I like to sneak around and stab things in the back, which is awesome because I just got an extra d6 for my backs, for my sneak attacks. Yes! Across from me is our mother, mine and Crono's Mama Void, who tried to get force-fed cupcakes last night.
Oh yeah, that was
Your
scary.
character name is?
Baron.
And you are a?
I'm a noble wood elf.
Great. And what can your wood elf do?
I can turn into a dire lion.
And why is that? Because you still haven't told us what class you are.
Your class. What is your class?
Druid.
Oh, I'm a druid. I always forget that part. That's a good part.
It's an important
you
part.
know what, though? It's not always that part that you forget.
I know.
No.
It's just some other.
You randomly forget various things about your character.
I can only keep like 2 of them in my head at a time.
Also across from me, to my left, is my lovely girlfriend. Most of you know her as Morg, also Gamer Kirei. She doesn't introduce herself, so I will do it for her. Her character is actually nameless. None of us know what her character's name is. She's a bloodthirsty, murderous...
She's not ready to break that glass ceiling.
She's a bloodthirsty, murderous Dwelf Ranger. And for those of you that play 5th edition, Ranger's got a huge buff. She got a bunch of cool shit when she leveled up. So, and then also to my...
Explain why I force-fed her cupcakes.
Okay, apparently I have to explain very quickly as to why my girlfriend attempted to choke my mother to death on cupcakes last night. Because she called a couple days ago and she's like, so
2
what
days before Thanksgiving.
2 days before Thanksgiving. So what are you bringing for Thanksgiving? You could bring cupcakes. And originally, like, we had planned on bringing some macaroni and cheese, some homemade macaroni and cheese. And we told her that and she's like, oh, you could bring both! So
Just being supportive.
So we brought both, but then Mother proceeded to stuff herself on everything else, and Morg would not have any of it. She really wanted her to have a cupcake, so she attempted to, here comes the airplane! Alright, and to my left is my brother's lovely wife, Catzi. Those of you... We don't run Final Fantasy XIV anymore, but she used to hang out with us on stream all the time when we did. But your character is...
I am Azalee, the Vengeance Paladin.
And you hate...
I hate giants.
She hates giants. And and she's starting to hate. What's his name? Fucking.
She doesn't hate Aelin.
She doesn't hate Aelin. She loves Aelin.
She's secretly in love with Aelin. She just doesn't know yet.
I think that's all.
And to my right is my brother Crono. He's always on the stream, although not lately because we haven't been playing much Overwatch.
Yeah, no, we've just been playing a lot of single player stuff actually
Yeah.
lately.
But he is the DM. He controls
Hard
our
to
lives.
play The Witcher 3 with you.
It is. It is
Yeah.
difficult. You could sit over my
I could
shoulder.
stand over and be like, no, dodge that way.
Yeah.
No, Arden.
Why
no,
did-
no. Quinn, what are you doing, you fucking dumbass?
That's Axie. Jesus Christ! Come on.
You're the worst.
So he is the DM. He will be controlling the session from this point out. I will turn control of the stream over to him.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. We are done. Thank you. We leveled our characters. That was enough fun for us for the night.
All right, so first off, I have to, and I need to make sure to be clear before I part the veils of reality. I need to give credit where credit's due. I actually have been watching a couple of podcasts, and I am reminded that I actually have borrowed the parting the veils of reality from David Crennan, who is a dungeon master. He runs Crit Juice podcast. He does Saving Throw, which is Never Tell Me the Odds, which is a Star Wars RPG. I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, God, if anybody watches us and they're like, hey, that's David Crennan's line. It is David Crennan's line, that's right. I loved it so much.
Credit where credit is due.
Credit's due.
Credit where credit is due.
So I'm going to part the veils of reality, kick them open.
It's the sincerest form of flattery.
It is, yeah.
Plagiarism.
Absolutely. Brought to you by other people. As a reminder, where we sort of left off last time, you guys were journeying back to New Yorkshire on your airship, heading back to actually go meet your good friend Harry Sterling. Harry fucking Sterling.
Very fucking sterling.
Because you are in desperate need of a dragon currently. And the reason for that is that you guys are on a mission to defeat the evil lich Adelph, who has been plaguing you since the beginning of this journey, it seems. And in order to do so, you found out that he has a phylactery. Do you remember what the phylactery is? So, phylactery is where the lich stores his life essence.
Oh, that's
So,
right.
in order to kill him, to get rid of him, you have to destroy his phylactery, otherwise
Right.
he'll just be able to
Right.
come back
Come
again.
back.
You
And we
guys
have half of
managed
it.
to...
Is that why we need the dragon?
Yes, one of the reasons why, anyway. So you guys retrieved a piece of the phylactery because he had actually split it into two parts. The first part of the phylactery Etrian gave to you after you defeated him in the Shadowfell. And it's encased in a special kind of dragon stone that is only able to be broken open by using dragon's breath. So you guys are in desperate need of a friendly dragon, and it just so happens that Harry Sterling might know a guy.
Harry always knows that.
But before you guys managed to make your way back to New Yorkshire, you were ambushed by sky pirates
That's right.
and
Barney!
faced off against... What?
My slave.
Oh, yeah. That's
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
Oh, that's
My Barney.
now.
Oh, yeah.
I have a slave now. It's not good.
I completely forgot about that.
He's
Yeah.
my slave.
Okay.
Mine.
She doesn't share,
No.
so...
So, you guys were attacked by sky pirates and led by the infamous Johnny Sparrow. Don't know how he made it out last time, but Johnny
He was none too
Sparrow
happy to see us, though.
He was not thrilled. No, he really did. I mean, he was just getting in the game again, trying to
You know, we gave him the option.
branch out.
I did. I gave him the option. I said, dude, just take a loss on this one and just continue on.
head out.
But he did not.
Wait, we took his ship, didn't we?
Well, we did
No,
the
you
first
blew
time.
the
We
fuck
blew-
out of it.
The second
The
ship.
second time. Yeah, you guys have the Pearly Black, which has been repurposed and turned into the airship that you now
Right.
own, called the Enterprise Juan,
Right.
built and designed by Captain and Engineer Juan.
The second one we just blew to hell.
Yeah, the airship you guys...
We didn't need another one.
Well, yeah.
I mean...
Morg
Yeah,
had a real
I
good time with... We figured out that Mark is a brilliant siege engineer.
Oh my god, that's right.
He's
a savant.
genius fucking siege engineer building a shovel-launching ballista that Morg used to great effect during the battle. Good old Johnny Sparrow took quite a beating, and then he flew off the side of the airship. Who knows? Who knows if he died or not? It's a tough. I mean, I don't know how he could have survived that. But,
Well, like the first time?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the first time he said something about like mermaids and his chest hair. And
I swear to God, if he shows up while we're fighting the
he's
Lich...
the Lich King.
Yeah, he's the Lich. He just shows up out of nowhere and just starts helping the Lich because he's like, these fuckers. They took one ship, they blew the hell out of the other one.
I just can't. What other piracy can he attempt to do now? He's tried the boating. He's tried the air.
That's actually true.
He's gonna have to resort to land piracy. Thank
I was
God
gonna
you
say,
guys don't have a.
Maybe he
Is
can go
that-
rob a bank or something.
Is that technically piracy if it's on land?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a pirate thing at this point.
We could put wheels on a ship and
I was
just
gonna
drive
say
it down
Juan
the
is gonna
Oh,
build.
that's possible.
He's gonna build a wheel attachment. You guys are gonna be driving across. the
driving
land.
down the... I mean, you know, it works.
Anyhow, so you defeated Johnny Sparrow once more, after getting the shit kicked out of you by the Kraken's brother, Ken
Yeah.
and Ryu. But you did make it back to New Yorkshire, and you guys met up with Harry Sterling once more, and Harry Sterling told you about what he knew about dragons within the area, and that there actually did used to be a bronze dragon, which is generally a good kind of dragon, a nicer dragon, that roamed the lands. Hasn't been seen in quite some time, but he had a druid circle that Marin was actually incredibly familiar with. The druid circle of the Riverdance King,
Yes.
and she knows where the temple is.
Yes.
And that is sort of where your next destination is going to be, is to go to this Riverdance temple to seek out... his name is Mike, the Riverdance
Mike.
King. Yeah,
Mike.
the dragon. And...
That's why I wrote that name down.
what?
That's why I wrote down Mike.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell is Mike?
Yeah,
Who's Mike?
all you did was write down the name. You didn't actually write down that it was the dragon.
Mike, the Riverdance King. It's actually been almost about a century since Marin has been there. So it's been a really long time since she's been there. And she hasn't heard of anything recently. The rest of the group hasn't even really heard of this Druid circle, which is not terribly surprising, because Druid circles tend to be very secretive sects of people. But even Harry is says that he has not heard of the Riverdance circle in quite some time. So Marin, to the best of her recollection, recalls where it is and can give directions to Juan to take the Enterprise Juan down the river to the north, to where the temple of this Druid circle is. And that is where we will begin, where you guys are boarding the ship, getting ready to head towards the Druid circle.
Have we left Etrian in
Yeah, you left.
Yorkshire?
Yeah, that's right. You had left Etrian behind in his apiary
Okay.
after having a very emotional discussion between.
Yeah.
Aelin feels refreshed. He feels renewed. He feels.
He feels vengeance.
He feels vindicated a little bit.
Oh, okay.
His little brother is now back at home, out of trouble, can't do any more damage. So now he's all about getting to Adelph and taking him out for converting his brother and doing such evil things to him.
Whooping his ass.
Yes.
He's got a personal stake.
He
The
does.
stakes have been raised.
Just been revoked. Wait, that doesn't work here.
Plus, he's kind of trying to show off in front of Ozzy.
Well, that too, yeah. He's very attracted to.
I want to know
Paladin.
where he found a Vengeance Paladin trainer.
I was kidding.
Oh, you were?
I was kidding.
Oh,
No, he's
okay.
5th level fighter now. He's been watching her.
Is that what it is? Mimicking her moves.
Well, she's been training him a little bit.
Yeah, she has been helping.
Oh, that's true.
With sword fighting, not with. This is the way of
Not with
vengeance.
vengeance.
She's been filling his head full of lies about giants.
Hashtag. Not my giant.
Not my giant.
So, you guys are boarding the ship, getting ready to go, are starting to head down the river towards your destination. You're providing Juan coordinates, latitude, longitude coordinates to the exact location because you rolled a nat 20 on your knowledge of this area. Yeah. And as you guys are, it's the morning, and Juan expects that you guys will probably reach the temple by the directions you've given by about like noon approximately. And as you guys are sort of standing on the deck, your belt pouch starts vibrating.
Of course. He didn't come with us? Apparently not.
So you have your horn from McFlanagan.
The communicator.
The communicator from McFlanagan. He's trying to call you right now.
It has a vibrating moment.
It does, yeah, it has a vibrating. He wants to make sure that even when you guys are...
Star Trek style.
Star Trek
I
style.
flip it open. This is Captain...
A hologram of McFlanagan.
Flanagan shows up. Man, this is better than Star
Some fucking
Trek.
technology, right?
Fucking magic on this.
So you pick up and
Star Wars, holo
Star
communicator.
Wars, holo communicator.
All right, I'm holding it here.
And he's like, "Oh, that's my favorite customer. Hello, what are you doing?
We're gonna go say hi to a dragon.
Oh, that's exciting. So is that why the ship is moving?
Do you have like LoJack on this thing?
He's like, no, I'm downstairs. Oh.
So he is with us. Yeah. Yes, that is why the ship is moving. We are headed to go see Mike,
Mike.
the dragon.
Okay. I got a gift for you.
For me?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Come downstairs.
I'm afraid. I draw my weapon.
You need me to go with you?
Well, I don't know.
I will
Maybe you
follow
better keep an eye on
a couple steps behind.
Aelin. I take her, but she just shoot me in the back.
That's true.
Oh, get the crazy one to come with you. I got something for her too.
Oh, good. Not only does she get buffed because of the ranger buffs, but
Do I actually get?
now she gets a new item.
Let it be something fireball related.
Fireball related. All right, so
Mark's
let's.
been working on something for her.
Oh
It's a
Lord.
shovel bow.
All right, so let's head downstairs.
All right. In the meantime, Aelin is trying to recreate the Titanic scene with Osley. He's like, Osley, come hold me. Come hold me. I'm the king of the world.
He's asking her.
Yeah, no,
draw
he's
me,
asking her to be
Draw me
Leo.
like one of your French.
Yeah.
She walks to the opposite end of the boat.
So you head downstairs, and underneath the deck, you see McFlanagan and Mark. Actually, Mark is there too.
Mark is there too.
And McFlanagan is in front of a box. It's an upturned box with, in his typical fashion, he likes to lay out the items and put a canvas over it so he can dramatically reveal the new items that he has for you.
It's like Antiques Roadshow. Whoosh.
So he's like, "Oh, yeah, I got something for you. You're my favorite customers. You know that, right?
It better not be a deal, and it better be free.
It's a fucking free deal for you.
Free deal.
You know what it is? It's Black Friday.
It's woo! It's Black Friday.
Yes.
I didn't even have to beat the crowd.
He's like, so I got a fucking deal on a bunch of items. I bought a bunch of shit, and then I took them down here, and then we were moving, and I didn't.
I was
I was
confused.
confused. That's why I called you. So he draws back the canvas, and on the On the box is a beautiful, fine-looking rapier.
Ooh, alright.
And McFlanagan goes, "Oh, I found this in the net under our ship.
Oh god, is it...
Oh,
I think Johnny dropped it when he was falling off the ship. So it's for you."
So you didn't necessarily get it on Black Friday, you just...
Well, I mean, today's Friday. I mean, I still got it on Black Friday.
Alright.
I didn't buy it.
So not only did I take Johnny's cutlass last time, but
Done it
now
again.
I've
Yeah,
also
taken his
stolen
rapier,
his
yeah.
new rapier.
So the Pirate's Blade
Pirate's
is
Blade.
a +2 weapon.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. I'll write it down here and then I'll add it in later. Pirate's Blade, you said?
Yep.
Boy, is he gonna be mad at you.
Oh, that's right. No, I named it the Kraken. That's right.
Oh, is it the
The
Kraken?
Kraken.
Okay. Okay, Kraken.
But yeah, it's a +2. It is a keen, so it does crits on 19s and 20s. It deals an additional 1d4 bleed damage.
Oh, wow.
It still retains the advantage on charisma-based checks if you talk like... no, it's upgraded now.
Okay.
So it retains the ability to persuade. It's actually all charisma checks
Really?
now.
Okay.
Conversational charisma checks. So deception, persuasion, intimidation,
Okay.
if you talk like a pirate.
If I talk like a pirate. Okay.
And finally, once per long rest, you can release the Kraken.
Alright.
And you can take an additional attack action.
Oh, okay.
So it's just another free attack.
So just free attack.
Yep. Once per long rest, though.
Does that count if I'm... Would that count for the penetrator as well, then? Necessarily? Or does it
it's,
has
it's
to
related
be...
to the weapon.
It has to be the weapon,
it is
okay.
it is the sword, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, "I know you're short, but I think you can use it. I'm much taller than you."
Thank you, McFlanagan. I appreciate
You're
it.
my favorite customer.
Yes.
And then he looks over at you and he's like, "Oh, my lady. You're looking more terrifying than usual today."
I did my hair. That's
It looks terrible. I wouldn't tell you that, but it is. You know, I'm always honest with you. I'd get my money back if I were you. If I made a deal like that. Oh, God.
Give me my shirt.
Oh, thank you for you. It's great. I thought I could insult you and then give you a gift.
no.
And then you wouldn't do that anymore.
Too.
I don't have to.
Thought you bought a bunch of shit.
Oh, God. I'd left it back at the docks. If we hadn't gone, he should have told me. So he draws back the canvas, and there's a beautiful new compound bow laying on the table there.
okay.
And he's like, "I bought this from some retired vigilante in a green hood. That's pretty cool. He kept telling me I failed the city. And I was like, I don't even live here." Anyway, I bought his bow.
Great.
So this is the Queen's bow.
Ah, the Queen's bow. I like it.
Okay.
+2.
Okay.
So the +2 means it's +2 attack and damage.
Okay.
And it is also keen. So it does give you the 19 and 20. Adds an additional 1d4 green flame damage.
Okay.
It has two abilities. The first is easier to explain, the other one will be more complicated. The first one is a once per long rest.
Okay.
It's called Headshot. On a critical hit, instead of rolling your damage dice, you can just choose to double it.
Okay.
So basically max damage on both, because normally you would max one set and then roll, max on both, once per day. The other ability that it has is called Trick Shot. What this is it enables the use of firing magical trick arrows that simulate a variety of non-lethal effects.
Is this once per long rest as well, or no?
No,
Okay,
Trick
so
Shot
this
is sort of an at-will option.
Okay.
What?
What are the effects?
Well, that's part of that might be up to you. It's a trick shot bow, but they have to be non-lethal effects.
Okay.
But examples of this would be like a rope arrow, a parachute arrow,
Okay.
a flash arrow, a grapple arrow, a smoke arrow.
Every arrow that Oliver Queen has ever used.
I haven't watched Arrow in a very long time. I don't know what
Yeah, we
else
need to
it
catch
is.
up on that.
And how many of those do I get? Just
The
whatever?
trick shot?
It just
It's an
whatever,
at-will.
whatever
Unlimited.
works.
Whatever, yeah, it's an
Alright.
at-will.
Alright.
They're non-lethal variations, basically, so they can't do actual damage. So, like, the power from them sort of comes from whatever...
Whatever I decide.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like, oh shit, I just fell off this building or something, you could fire a parachute arrow to slowly...
Like when
reduce
you
your
fell
fall.
off the side and took a bunch of necrotic damage.
I
You could
didn't fall.
have, you could have
I was
saved yourself. Uh-huh. I was gonna, if I remember correctly, my old rapier was +1 already,
So
right?
the plus
The
2.
old
so
one
that's
was, yes.
Okay.
plus 2.
So now I'm +2.
It is
so
now +2. Yeah.
I was looking at it, I'm like, well, I've got an 8 attack bonus. Do I go 2 or 1? But I just go 1.
Yeah,
'cause-
one more because you're original at it.
Oh, okay. So
I don't think I've been playing correctly this time. It's fine.
What's going on?
As
Sue?
in you've
she's erasing
done
something.
more than you should have.
Yes. No, I've done less than what I should have.
Sure.
Well, okay. Let me be a newbie again and
What's up?
explain what the attack bonus is.
Okay, so your attack bonus is going to be your dexterity modifier, which
Okay.
is, what, 5?
Mm-hmm.
Plus your proficiency bonus, which is, what, 3?
Sure.
Okay, I think it is. Okay, so that'd be 8.
Okay.
And then your bow now is a +2, so that means it would be 10.
Okay. But what does it do? Do I just add that number to my attacks?
When you roll a d20,
Yeah, when you roll the d20,
the plus.
you'll add the plus 10
11.
total.
Okay.
However,
so I haven't
actually,
been
you have
playing
the
wrong. I'm just dumb.
well, no. You have the archery weapon style, which gives you another +2 to your attack rolls.
Well, fuck!
So that
I
should
have
be-
been playing wrong. Right, I'm gonna write
No,
this
actually, I
in.
think you were right, because you had +9.
I did have +9, so it was probably already added in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. So you're at 11.
Okay, so that's yours.
So-
Still your business. Alright, cool. Never mind.
So back to the journey at hand. Harry has joined you. He's below deck playing his penny whistle. Having a good time.
Getting inspired because he's got to write about this.
Oh,
That's why
absolutely.
he came with
This
us.
adventure is going to
Yeah.
be so exciting. He'll be. He's heard many of the stories. He's told you many of the stories. Then he's heard many of the stories of the Druid Circle. He'll be excited to be in living history in this
Did we
world.
figure out, did he say if he was an elf?
He's not an elf. He's a human.
He's human. Does he look
But he
old?
comes from a long line
Does
of
he look old?
Sterlings.
Is he like my age?
Is he? Is he old? He looks like he's in his 30s.
Okay.
Oh, he's quite
He
young.
has given me a sword and boots.
Yeah. Is that are you looking for sexual favor in return? Because Aelin might have something to say about that.
No.
Aelin can get you a sword and boots. Aelin can get you a bigger sword and bigger boots.
Why are you pushing the Aelin ship?
Aelin's pushing it.
Aelin shipping you two. Who's
Um,
getting into what? Hey, Phoenix!
Trash digger.
Hey,
Phoenix!
What was he doing?
He's trying to get in the trash can. Yeah.
He smells chicken.
Oh.
You didn't throw the chicken away.
No.
Jerk
Not
cat.
yet.
All right. So, McFlanagan is actually really excited that you guys are going on this journey as well to go find a dragon because he thinks, oh, dragon horde.
He's gonna go try and
This
negotiate
is
with
going to be
Mark.
the best business
Or
deal.
Matt. Mike.
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 McFlanagan thinks that this is going to be the best business deal
Ever.
Yeah, he's going to hire this dragon.
To do what exactly?
You know what? I'll get to that.
He's just gonna hire him
I'm
first of all.
spinning ideas. There's a business out there for something.
Panini delivery.
Oh God, that's a great idea.
That is a great
It's like
idea.
like Jimmy John's booth.
They're
Exactly.
freaking fast. Certainly faster than Quiznos. Because Subway's out of business.
Of course.
That's what happens when you have a rapist.
Yeah, well, you know. Fucking Jared.
So, you guys start to near your destination per Marin's directions, and actually, as you guys are starting to near where the destination is, you're kind of gazing over the riverbed, and you can see that the rocks below start to take on a metallic sheen, like a bronze-colored metallic sheen as you get closer and closer to
Could be dragon scales.
Yeah.
to the destination.
Or the dragon could be taking a bath or whatever. We're just right over it.
Probably not. Continue.
McFlanagan's like looking down there, and he's like, "Oh,
Are dragon scales worth?
dragon scales would be worth a lot of money." Yes.
Okay.
They can be, well, many things, but armor
Yeah.
is one of them.
I can use some armor.
Could you know?
Do we need to stop?
Lower McFlanagan down.
McFlanagan
no,
is
because
on.
we'll never get them back.
McFlanagan is on deck. He's tying a rope around Mark right now.
I was going to say, let's send Mark down because he's not very creative.
And as you guys are sort of walking up the deck, you can see he looks over and he's like, and he just shoves Mark over the edge. He's gonna get the fucking treasure. Oh, I forgot to ask if he could swim.
Mark can take care of himself.
Does Mark still have his anvil and he went over the side?
Yeah. He's squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Dude's strong. Can hold on to that thing no matter what's going on.
You know, I thought Mark might be a mistake, but he's coming in handy.
Coming in real fucking
He's a savant with those siege weapons. It's insane.
So you guys finally do reach your destination. Juan pulls the group up to as close as he can to the shoreline, but there's no dock or anything like that. So you have to like take a little miniature skiff to make your way to shore, big enough just for you guys. So the rest of them will stay on the ship and take care of Mark, who is, you can see, he was jet skiing before. He was but stepping onto the shore, you guys find that you're standing before a very heavily overgrown tree line. And Marin, you actually vaguely recall that when you were here like a century ago, you seem to recall that there was some sort of a dock at this destination. And you recall staring at this very same tree line, but it looking very different. You actually recall that there was a path that was cut right through the center. We're talking about Druids, right? They fucking love their trees, but this is heavily overgrown, unkept. And there used to be a mahogany archway, wooden archway, that
that's gone.
that sort of was the entrance into this pathway that cut through towards the temple.
So am I feeling a little uncomfortable?
Well, it's been a century, but certainly that's since you were there. But certainly that is an oddity, that if this Druid circle is still here, why would they not have kept up the... It's odd that they would not have kept up their
entrance
to their...
Should we be doing something before we just plunge in? Should we perceive or...
Well, we have a ranger and me. Like, we could make stealth checks and go
Pass without a trace.
poking through the underbrush or whatever if you wanted. Or we could make a perception check and see if we can hear anything. I mean...
I just don't think we should just go, let's go, and tromp right through.
Tromp through the forest.
There should be a little checking.
Does Marin remember if the last time she was here, were there druids that would welcome people at the entrance, or was it
There were.
something... There were, okay.
Oh, well, now I'm even more...
And there's no one here.
You don't see anybody.
Gotcha.
Birds are chirping. Deer are playing cards in the woods.
That's the monster
nearby.
manual.
What are you looking for?
The player guide.
Sorry.
So there isn't a real dark feeling.
No, not
But-
necessarily. I mean, there's wildlife is abundant, and the brush looks undisturbed. So
Is it Disney style? Are the little animals singing?
just
and
singing?
everyone's rocking back and forth. The birds are singing. The
And
the
as-
chipmunks and
As Robert's sort of looking into the tree line, staring at all of this, all of a sudden, and the birds scatter, and McFlanagan's like, "Oh, sorry, butt dive." So yeah, you do recall that there used to be people
that would meet you at the
greet.
entrance.
Okay.
And you're sort of staring. You're looking at the tree line. You're sort of staring at where there used to be that arch, and you actually do find sort of in the ground fragments of the mahogany archway. They're petrified, and they've snapped and cracked and broken apart, and they're just petrified.
Who's got
wooden
nature?
fragments at this point?
What's survival?
You have survival. Do you have nature at all? I guess I was just looking to see if we could tell how long this
No, I don't
overgrowth
have
has been. I mean, I have 2, but my nature's not great.
But I mean, I guess.
I have one.
Seriously? You're a druid and your nature is 1?
Oh yeah, because it's an intelligence check.
No, that's right. That's not wisdom.
I have a 7 for insight.
Can I use my animal handling and start singing with them? Can I? I mean, I guess it's not that important. I was just curious. I mean, obviously it's overgrown, and it's been at least, like, I don't know, given that kind of overgrowth, it's been at least, 10 years since anyone's been here? And considering the mahogany... Now, using my mahogany knowledge...
Yeah.
You do have that mahogany.
I do
knowledge.
have mahogany
You
knowledge.
do know that it takes some time for mahogany to petrify.
Petrify like that.
Well, longer than 10 years.
I think
Yeah.
it's probably been quite a few decades.
Yeah, it's been definitely decades with my mahogany knowledge, so...
Well, I think that we should have our rogue and nameless one perhaps scout in there a little bit before we all just tromp in together.
Fine.
Before we jump into the underbrush and start poking around, I'd just like to make a perception check just to hear
That would be good.
anything.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, you can if you want. I don't know if you'll beat me though.
I have a 20.
Wow.
I have a 24.
Wow.
What do we hear?
You hear a deer's heartbeat.
Perfect.
You don't feel like anything is amiss. It's the standard sort of woodsy sounds that you
Nature,
normally
tree-hugging
get.
crap.
Nature bullshit. You can very clearly see now as you're sort of looking around. You can tell where that pathway used to be, so you've got a pretty good idea on where
Where
the
it goes.
pathway leads through. And you're sort of looking down a little bit ways up ahead. And there's definitely been some trees and whatnot, but you think you've got a good idea of how to navigate through.
How far...
Any
I
recent
look at you
tracks?
asking, but you'll have to answer it. How far away from the entrance was their
About a
temple?
quarter of a mile.
Okay. Quarter.
Any recent tracks or anything?
You do not. Well, what kind of tracks? Like any tracks?
Human, not animal. I don't
Humanoid.
Think we really care about animals.
humanoid.
Humanoid.
You don't see any humanoid tracks.
What animals are waiting for us?
How about dragon tracks? I'm standing in one. I'm like,
Thought there might be a dragon around.
boy, I'm a lot shorter. You know, it's a bit.
Start leaning on a dragon. Where could he be?
McFlanagan is just like,
He's just
dude.
Pick up the phone, you dumb fucker! You see like a bunch of animal tracks. Nothing out of the ordinary. From
So we don't
From
have
the
any
survey.
bad vibes. It's not like a dark. Well,
Nope.
then maybe we should just proceed since
Yeah,
we
you go
can find
first.
as you guys are sort of checking around the area, you can see Harry. He's been a little quiet since you guys got onto shore, but he sort of approached the fallen the fallen archway, and you can see him like kind of sort of placing his hand on the mahogany wood, and he does look slightly distracted. So
Well, it's one of us should go up to him, not all of us.
I'll go.
We shouldn't all crowd
I
around him.
volunteer.
Okay. We'll have the Vengeance Paladin. Should go see what he's doing.
Aelin follows you.
Of course.
River dances over to him. Hey.
Hey.
He starts playing the flute, kind of looking around.
Can you put that down for a minute?
He twirls it and puts it in his flute holster. This is my lady.
What do you think about all this? Druids obviously aren't here anymore.
He sort of he seems distracted when you say that, and then he sort of looks. He's like, "Yeah, I wonder what could have happened that the circle would no longer be here."
Yeah.
This is what begs the question of where was the Riverdance King when his followers needed them.
Would he have necessarily protected them? He's a dragon.
But he's a bronze dragon, and they're known for their they find the human race appealing, the humanoid race appealing.
You think he moved on after they left? Or were killed, whatever happened to them?
It's definitely an interesting mystery, and maybe we'll find out more when we get to the temple.
Tell him to start crying.
I don't think he's crying.
It's okay.
Sort of-
There,
He
there.
looks over at Aelin, and Aelin's like, "Just let her do it."
There.
And Harry sort of looks back at you again, and looks back over at Aelin, and Aelin sort of sidles over and sort of pushes through until you start petting Aelin. He's like, "Oh, awesomely."
Well, there weren't any other enemies around here that they had. Were there? Do you know?
Did the Druids have enemies, period?
Harry shakes his head and says, "Not that I'm aware of. Not any stories that I've ever heard or read that indicated that this Druid circle was anything more than just a peaceful group of people worshiping." So,
Sounds like the type of people that McFlanagan would take advantage
Yeah.
of.
Did they live in this place, or did they have a village somewhere?
Harry says, I don't know.
Useless.
It's kind of harsh. And Aelin's like, it's her thing. She's a little prickly sometimes. It's really attractive, though. Really, it's a good quality.
It's a good call.
It's a good quality.
It's her being direct.
Well, we should probably head down the path.
I think we should.
The two of us can see the path quite clearly, so
Yep.
we can take point. That's
Start taking the
fine.
point. Okay.
If I take point, I want the Vengeance Paladin right behind me. Just in case.
Harry will remain in the back.
He's going to take up the rear.
We'll take up the rear.
Okay.
But
He does have a sword with him.
No,
so-
I know he does. He fought with us when
Yeah,
we
he
were
did.
fighting the
He was very
alchemologists.
brave, yeah.
So,
He's
yeah.
definitely coming with us.
Oh, yeah. He enjoys adventure.
Okay.
He's a bard. He's got to have material for his stories.
That is true. Okay.
Go ahead and make stealth checks.
Oh. Well, I go completely unseen.
I can do pass without a trace.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Wow. Like I said, she was following me, and I have somehow cloaked her in my...
Where are you wearing?
My full plate.
You roll with disadvantage.
Oh. Do I?
No, I oiled her
I
armor
trip
before we
over
left. It's
because I
fine.
have a 1.
We got Mark to oil her armor.
You rolled a 1 more?
Well, now I have a 7.
15.
15. Wow. Add your stealth modifier to it.
18.
So
Alright.
7 for me.
7. And Morg, were you going to do Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah, I can do that.
So that
I'm
automatically
leaving all
puts
you
plus-
guys.
plus 10 on that. So what do you, with the plus 10 on top of your nat 20, what does that give you? Like 38?
Well, that would, yeah, let's see. So the plus 10 plus, so 30, well, wait. So, yeah, I have 10 plus 20 plus,
Oh my god.
So he's virtually disappeared.
He's
I'm
walking
just,
back and
I'm
forth.
no longer here. I have passed into another dimension. And
You were literally staring at him, talking to him, and then
And
he
he
just
just-
disappeared.
Gone.
Like, you didn't even see him disappear. You were just like, that's weird.
he's not here anymore. I don't understand.
Was he ever here?
Yeah, was he, did he ever
This
exist?
is it's a philosophical sort of. And Aelin goes, do we all not exist?
Clearly a place that inspires.
I feel like Harry should be
introspection.
playing a somber tune right now.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Maybe I should go ahead. Maybe.
So, though the pathway, I mean, it is covered with those decades of unchecked growth. Marin and Marin sort of recalls the general direction that the temple was in, and with your perception roll as well, you're sort of able to, even though the path is well grown over, you can see what the path would have done. And the group makes its way through the woods. Nothing unusual. Birds still singing. Deer sort of hopping around. They scatter a little bit at your approach. Well, not your approach. Their approach. Dum dum dum.
I'm running with the deer. I'm like,
You're on the side of a deer.
it doesn't even know.
Yeah, it doesn't. You do a dive off. You grab hold of a bird.
Crawling up trees. I blend in with the tree. Chameleon kicking.
And you guys approach a break in the tree line. Not in the growth itself necessarily, but a clearing type sort of. The trees sort of stopped at a point. And as you break through the tree line, the sun is kind of beating down, and it does take a moment, kind of your eyes to adjust to the brilliant sun. But before you now stands a towering. The remnants, that is, of the once great Druid's temple. It is Marin herself. She would have recalled that it was just this brilliant white marble with pillars sort of lining the front entrance, and a set of a dozen white marble steps leading up to a pair of mahogany double doors, rich mahogany.
Is the mahogany still in place?
Well, and you did recall that while the pillars did have some vines that were sort of wrapped around them, just as a decorative, now it is replaced. The brilliant white gleam has been replaced with just dull. I mean, it's still beautiful because they're plants, but it's very clearly been neglected for decades at this point, as the vines that are wrapped around the pillars themselves are just out of control, sort of bushing out. They almost look like tree trunks. And the steps have gone into great disrepair, so they're broken up, cracked on one side of them. Some of the pillars, chunks of the pillars have fallen off and collapsed into the ground.
Their gardener's fired.
Yeah.
Terrible job.
What would
You should
you
hire that gardener that worked at the alchematologist's
Yes.
place. Herb.
That dude, Herb.
Yeah.
Herb was fucking, man, that guy
That
could,
guy, he could garden, and he did not give a fuck
No, he
what
did
you
not.
guys were doing.
he was just like, as long as it doesn't affect my plants,
Just
just,
fucking, I'm gardening over here, bro.
you can disembowel that guy all you want, but
Well, what on earth could have made the Druids abandon this place?
I don't know.
The
Maybe they went for a
mahogany
100-year
doors-
bender.
The mahogany doors themselves are actually ajar. One of them is opened up, sort of towards you, while the other one is they're sort of split open like that.
I want to go.
The
in
door's
there.
ajar. The door is
The door's ajar. the one that's sort of pointing outwards is sort of tilted and broken. The door isn't supposed to open in that direction, so it's been...
Does it look like that because of age, or does it look like somebody had tried to, like, battering ram it or
violently.
something?
You can go and check it out. You guys want to approach the...
Yeah,
you guys are
I wanna
currently
go.
outside of the temple at this juncture. So.
I want to go in.
But it is massive. I mean, it's a towering structure as well. You think that it could be at least 3 to 4 stories worth of levels that it would potentially have. So
I want to go in.
The rogue is ready to go. And he's still sneaking, so...
Silence your cell phone, okay? Your horn.
I'm turning it off. Putting it in airplane mode. What would it be?
Airplane mode.
Airship mode. Airship mode.
Yeah.
Putting it in airship mode.
That's fake. It doesn't mess with the fuck. They're air elementals. You're not gonna fuck with them. So you guys, you go ahead and approach the...
Yeah.
Approach, but not go in yet. Let's just take a look at those doors.
I want to look around and see if anything jogs my memory.
Well, I don't know what you need to...
I'll stick my head in first, just in case there's some ancient booby trap.
Oh,
My lady.
here we are.
Should we unfold all these?
No.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet,
I'm
okay.
just moving them down so that we can get a better picture.
Okay. If you need, I can move this again if we need.
That's okay. For right now,
Stop touching things.
Ani actually pops her head out of Morg's pack in her little cat form. And you can see she's sort of gazing around for a moment. She's like, what's this fucking shithole?
people died here. Want to kill some more people?
I'm a little sleepy, but...
Sure, you wake up.
She's still recovering.
Yeah, she's still recovering a little bit from the incident with Etrian.
from
so,
the necklace on her neck.
Oh, yeah.
but she's in her cat form. She's sort of looking around, keeping an eye on things. So,
Don't sit down.
there's a cat.
Jeez.
Sit on you.
So as you guys start to approach, you start making your way up the steps, and like I said, they're cracked and they're sort of ajar, and there's been grass and vines are overgrowing over the tops of the marble stairway leading upwards.
Mm-hmm.
So you were trying to check and see where the door is unnaturally damaged in some way. As you take a look at the actual door itself, you can see that what was sort of attaching it to the side, and the reason it's sort of tilted is because of age.
It is just
You
age.
don't see anything that indicates destruction from outside forces.
Okay.
There's a lot of rubble and pieces and fragments that is just an indication of time.
Okay.
Various, the region tends to be a little stormy sometimes, so heavy winds, and just the sheer amount of time of age that's passed. As you sort of gaze just inside, because the doors are slightly open, you can see there chunks from the ceiling have sort of crashed into the ground. A section of the wall has sort of fallen in. And this black area is the edge of... There's a lip, and then it appears the floor itself has just completely disappeared. You'll have to walk forward and take a look inside to get more...
So it's just a big hole.
Yeah.
Does she know if this place had a basement?
You know that the area did have some places that the Druids would not let you go into
Caverns,
that
maybe?
were specifically for
That's where we're going first.
for the Druids. Or for the Druids of that particular circle. So while you were invited there to the first floor section, you were not able to go anywhere else. So you don't know what other areas. You recall that there were some stairwells that led upwards, some vaulted stairwells that sort of that moved up to the upper floors. You don't necessarily recall a section in the front part of.
Is this an independent building, or is this like
It is
on
one
the side of a mountain or
massive
something?
on the side of a mountain. You do recall that it does appear to be sort of built into the side of a hillside that leads up towards into a mountain, so it eventually does become a section of mountain.
Which makes sense
It is
because
at
that's
the
where
base.
dragons
That's
like to
where
chill.
dragons live.
It is sort of at the base of it, and the rear of it would appear to butt up against I wouldn't say the actual mountainside itself, but the beginnings of the mountainside.
Well, then I think that I would kind of expect that there's some kind of a cavern below us that might contain
Loot.
loot.
Maybe they did live in this place.
Well, I'd kind of like to step on in since the
Ready to
doors haven't
start walking in?
obviously been.
Trap check. Trap check.
Is there such a thing?
Yes.
Yes. Your
Okay.
perception?
Do we all have to do it, or just the
No,
first
just
person?
the rogue.
21.
You take a look at the area and you don't see any indications of devices or
Okay.
We're still stealthed.
so. Here come incoming terrible drawing because I'm fucking awful.
Yeah, but we're getting the point here.
Hopefully.
So
All I need
these
to
are
do is
stairs.
convey the general point. Yeah. So.
Is this more stairs but crashed in
Yeah.
from the ceiling and whatnot?
Yep, exactly. So, Morg, you said, or Amy, you were going to be up front?
Yeah, I'll go first.
I'll follow behind her.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
I'll be in the back.
Aelin clearly wants to be near
Of
you.
course, Aelin wants to go up.
He's gonna come.
And then Morg will be in the rear here, and Harry as well. Now we'll move out.